everybody, this week on A9 News Kids, I'm going to be talking about the Ukraine-Russia crisis, China and Hong Kong crisis as well, India relationship with US and Russia, and Afghanistan explosion. The country of the week is Puerto Rico, but unfortunately nobody guessed it. The extra fun segment is all about Earth Day, and we are talking to Casey Jorgensen in the Peer at Your Career segment. She's a chartered accountant and director with an amazing journey and advice. I really hope you enjoy. The Mandarin segment is about numbers from 1 to 10 in Chinese. Really hope you enjoy. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment below because we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and it would really help us. Thank you. President Zelensky warned Ukraine that the Russian war is only the beginning and it's gonna get much worse. The Russian commander said that Russia is now planning to take over the southern part of Ukraine, and that is making the southern cities scared. The Prime Minister of Ukraine said that he thinks Ukraine will win the war against Russia very soon. The UN head, Antonio Guterres, is going to meet with both Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky separately next week. Almost 5 million people have fled Ukraine and gone to neighboring countries such as Poland because they cannot live in the war anymore. Since the pandemic began, China and Hong Kong have lost about half of their European expats because of the COVID-19 restrictions. The Shanghai roads are nearly empty, and before the pandemic, they were full. It's a huge difference. And in Hong Kong, there was only one flight other than the Asia Pacific flights on Tuesday. And that is a huge difference from before the pandemic, when it was one of the world's busiest airports with loads of flights coming in every day. Many people are getting tired of the lockdown, and it's Hong Kong's second year of strict lockdown rules and Shanghai's third week of this time's lockdown. India can buy Russian oil at really cheap prices and can still maintain a good relationship with the US. In just January and February 2022, India bought as much oil from Russia as they did in the whole of 2021. India and Russia have a good relationship because India relies on Russia for providing arms for their military. That is why India has not been criticizing Russia for the Russia and the Ukraine war. US and India also have a strategic relationship, and we can see that US has been calling out China for being quiet about the Russia-Ukraine war, but not India. In Afghanistan, more than 30 people died in a mosque because there was an explosion, and many others were injured too. Before that, around Afghanistan, in many cities, including a learning facility that killed many children, there were so many explosions. These explosions were planned by the ISIS group, Taliban's rival group. They are targeting the Hazara Shia people, and they are carrying out a series of deadly attacks throughout Afghanistan. Hi everybody, this week we are interviewing Casey Jorgensen, who is a chartered accountant and director, and she has an amazing story and journey. Her advice to kids is also really interesting, and we really hope you enjoy.
Sure. So my name is Casey Jorgensen, and I am a chartered accountant and a director.
Thank you. Can you tell us what you do as a chartered accountant and a director?
Sure. So a chartered accountant is sort of the highest level of accounting that you can do. So accountants basically measure the assets, so what things a company owns, as well as the liabilities, so what money they owe, and they alongside the income and expenses of a business. And so it's a very good basis qualification to have for working in almost any business, because any business you need to know what do you own, what do you owe, how much money are you making, etc. And a director is somebody who works for a company and oversees how that company is managed.
Wow.
Thank you.
Sure.
And what do you like most about your job?
I think there's some personal things for me. I like that it's like a very organized kind of a job. You know, if you are a kind of person that likes that 2 + 2 is always going to equal 4, you know. So I do like working in an office environment. I think especially, and like I said, I'm only speaking for myself, but from a woman's point of view, it's a very comfortable office environment. There's a lot of men and women, let's say, as opposed to working in construction, where you might be a little bit less a woman and it's maybe dirty outside. I quite like the office dynamic. I also find that it's a very, as an accountant, you can work so broadly with so many different fields, and that means you're going to meet lots of different people that you work with. So as much as I'm good with numbers and I'm very organized and attention to detail, which I enjoy, I also enjoy working with people, which you have the opportunity to do depending on your role.
Wow, thank you. And can you tell us about your journey so far?
My journey. Okay. I think like most young people, I didn't know what to do when I finished school. And I think sometimes, especially if your grades are quite good, that can almost not help you, and that you've got more options available to you. You know, do you go and do law? Do you go and do medicine? Do you go and do accounting? What do you do? So I actually wasn't sure what to do, and I actually ended up first pursuing something in a medical line. But after a year, I just did not enjoy where I was studying and how it was, even though I was passing. And so I gave it up. And so I think I would want to use that to encourage students, you know, just because you pick something, you can still change your mind, you know.
Yeah.
And then I thought, what am I going to do now? And so I decided to do accounting or business. And then I thought, well, I need to be competitive, you know, because so many people do a business type qualification. So then I thought I better choose the hardest one. So then I chose chartered accountancy, and I just pursued that road right to the end.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And how did COVID-19 affect what you do?
Well, I think that's quite fortuitous that our line of work was probably one of the least affected industries, because we are not required to be physically present. So, for example, a hairdresser can't do your hair from home on a Zoom call. They have to be physically present. Whereas in my line of work, because we can work through screens, you know, we do a lot of Teams. This is Zoom, but we use a lot of Teams, and we can share our spreadsheets, share our documentation. So in many ways, our business continued mostly as normal, working from home. And so we were probably least impacted than many other businesses.
Wow.
But you've still got the challenges, like anyone, you know, you've still got at home, you're trying to juggle a job as well as children and children's homeschooling and cleaning your home or whatever. So those were extra burdens, which is a fact that women felt more than men around the world.
And what is your advice to kids?
Advice for what? What, choosing a career, or what advice specifically?
Choosing a career, but also all round.
Okay, so I would say try to be aware as you are growing up of your strengths and of your weaknesses, and also of your likes and your dislikes, you know. So that you can, it's not just a decision you make one day, it's actually a process. You know, you're going to first choose some subjects in school, and that will probably be related to your likes and your strengths, you know. I personally think that maths and English are the most important subjects, no matter what you do, no matter what you choose. I just believe that they will help you in life. And if you are strong at those subjects, you do just have more options of where you can study and what you can do. And also, and both of them are a matter of time. You can't say I'm not good at maths. Maths is actually, it's effort put in. If you do 10 minutes of maths every day, you will be good at maths, and the better you are at it, the more you want to do it, etc. And reading, English, the same. So I would encourage children not to be distracted by screens, which is so much more comfortable to sit in front of a TV, to look at TikTok on your phone. Fine, have your limits. Set your own limits for that, and just do 10 minutes a day or half an hour a day of maths and English. And whether you follow a career in business or anything that you do, I really do believe those subjects will help you. And as you're making decisions, it's a step-by-step process. And I would say it's not too late to change your mind, but give yourself the options further down the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Amazing piece of advice. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you
Anything
so much
else?
for your time today.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Really
Okay,
enjoyed
girls.
it. Thank you.
Yeah. I think it's a fabulous initiative. What are you going to do with it? Is it a project for school? Are you going to be able to share your research?
Yeah, we put it on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's not a school project.
Oh, I should have brushed my hair more. All right, girls. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.
Goodbye.
Puerto Rico est une île. Sa capitale est San Juan et sa population est de 3,2 millions d'habitants. C'est connu comme la plus ancienne colonie du monde. C'était une colonie depuis 1493 quand Christophe Colomb l'a découverte. Dans la guerre hispano-américaine de 1893, c'était une colonie d'Espagne, mais après Espagne a perdu la colonie et c'était une colonie des États-Unis. San Juan est la plus ancienne ville européenne avec le drapeau américain et le piña colada a été inventé en San Juan. Welcome back to the Chinese segment. This week, we're going to be learning about numbers 1 to 10 in Chinese. They're really simple, but before we get to that, let's do a quick recap of what we learned so far. So, the first week, we learned about the tones, the first, second, third, and fourth. Ma, 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 ma. We learned that these are really important in Chinese because they can differentiate words that sound the same, but they have different tones, so you'll know which word it is. They can completely change the meaning of the word. The week after that, we learned a few greetings like Ni hao, hello, Ni hao ma, how are you, Xie xie, thank you, Zai qian, bye. And last week, we learned about how to introduce yourself by saying your name and the country that you live in. My name is Wo Jiao, and then your name. Wo Jiao Nitya. And I live in is Wo Zhucai, and then the country you live in. Wo Zhucai Mao Li Qiu Si. I live in Mauritius. Thank you, and I really hope you enjoy this week's numbers. Numbers 1 to 10 are really simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 7, 8, 6, 4. E is 1. E. R is 2. It sounds like the English letter R. Sun is 3. Sun. S is 4. S. U is 5. U. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 to 5. 6 to 10 are also really simple. 6 is 6. 6. Qi is 7. Qi. Ba is 8. Ba. Jiu is 9. Jiu. And Shi is 10. Shi. 6, Qi, Ba, Jiu, Shi. Liu and Jiu often get confused because they sound pretty similar. 6, Qi, Ba, Jiu, Shi. Actually, from numbers 1 to 100, all you need to know are these 10, because if you want to make any number from 1 to 100, you can use these letters. For example, 12 is Shi R. Shi is 10, R is 2. If you combine them together, it makes 12. And 20 is R Shi. Something like 34 is San Shi Si, because San is 3, Shi is 10, and Si is 4. San Shi makes 30, and then Si is 4, 34. So you can make any number from 1 to 100 with these, and I really hope you enjoy. Don't forget to practice. 再见. Hi everybody, this week for the extra fun segment, I'm going to be talking about Earth Day. I hope you enjoy. Earth Day is a day celebrated each year on April 22nd. It's a day to celebrate the earth and to raise awareness and do things about deforestation and pollution. It was first celebrated in 1970 and it was introduced by the Senator of Wisconsin. He had created it to raise awareness about global warming, and by 1990, more than 140 countries celebrated Earth Day. Nowadays, it's not just about raising awareness, but about doing things too, to stop the Earth from global warming and climate change, because climate change is becoming more and more clear each and every day. Thank you.